Today, we're talking about SSSniperWolf massively overstepping into possible criminal territory, the tragedy of 23-year-old TikToker Inquisitor Ghost, the controversial shooting of Raymond Mattia, and some updates on the congressional clown show that's determining who will be the next Speaker of the House, all in today's episode of the Insight Hour. What's up, everyone? Hope you had a good weekend. I went to Shacktoberfest over by the Queen Mary in Long Beach. I don't know if I'd recommend it though. It's pretty overpriced, unrightfully so. It's something to do though, so, do with that what you will. Anyways, enough about my weekend. Let's get the show on the road. Alice, let's start with our favorite e-girl, shall we?
YouTuber SSSniperWolf has been accused of doxing fellow content creator Jax Films. She posted a picture of Jack's home to her 5.4 million Instagram followers. The incident has led to an outcry, with fans and fellow YouTubers calling for SniperWolf to be banned from the platform.
Well. It looks like the SniperWolf decided to crank the YouTube drama to DEFCON 1 and show up unannounced to good old Jack Films' house. I mean, posting that pic on Instagram for all her followers is a mega yikes. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm here for some hilarious, juicy, over-the-top creator beef. Like, it's fun watching creators roast each other online.
Stolen joke. Steals, damn it. I don't have it, but go ahead and mark stolen joke.
But showing up to someone's private residence and blasting it to your millions of followers, that makes me more uncomfortable than wearing wet socks. Now, Jack says he feels uneasy in his own home, and I don't blame him. If some internet rando, let alone one of the largest creators on the platform, posted themselves lurking outside my house, you'd bet I'd be arming myself to the teeth. I might even consider packing up and moving to an undisclosed location. Alright, so let's recap this saga from the start. Jax Films has been throwing jabs at SniperWolf's channel lately, saying her reaction videos violate fair use and she just profits off other people's content. We covered this a little while ago too, so go check those out. He's even gone so far as to help other creators get their vids taken down off of her page. SniperWolf has clapped back, calling Jack a weirdo creep who's harassing her for no reason, but the thing is, criticism of your content isn't harassment? Obviously, I'm no legal expert, but ambushing somebody's private residence seems like it could violate California's cyberbullying statutes. The law defines cyberbullying as online conduct that could reasonably place someone in fear of harm. And, well, Jack definitely sounds freaked out right now, so there's that. Now, is it enough to get the lawyers involved and slap SniperWolf with a cyberbullying charge? I don't know. My question is, where is YouTube in all this? One of the most popular creators with over 34 million loyal followers is out here acting like a rogue TMZ reporter, and YouTube's got nothing to say. Also, this can't be great for SniperWolf's career, can it? Stunts like this have the tendency to go way beyond a slap on the wrist from YouTube. We could be talking lawsuits, getting yeeted off the platform, subs and sponsors abandoning ship, the whole 9 yards. Sure, manufactured drama brings in views in the short term, but at what cost in the long term? Getting deplatformed could nuke years of hard work in the blink of an eye. Ms. Wolf better buckle up tight, because I have a suspicion this ride's about to get bumpier than she expected. What do you think? Has SniperWolf gone too far, or is this all fair game in love and war? And content creation? Well, whatever side you land on, I know I'm hooked to my screen waiting to see what happens next.
Next, continuing with online news, we're covering the disturbing case of TikToker Vincent Plitchie, known online as Inquisitor Ghost, a Call of Duty cosplayer who took his own life during a TikTok livestream on October 9th. This tragedy stemmed from false allegations and coordinated attacks meant to ruin Inquisitor's reputation.
So this is an absolute heartbreaking situation that reveals some major issues going around about online harassment and the power of misinformation. Inquisitor Ghost was a rising talent on TikTok, gaining a following for his creative COD cosplay content. But in September, he became the target of what appears to be a coordinated takedown by a group of fellow creators. Little backstory. It began with a 17-year-old girl named AJ who repeatedly contacted Inquisitor lying about her age. Despite Inquisitor clearly stating he did not interact with minors, AJ persisted in offering to edit his videos. Wanting to help, Inquisitor accepted, not realizing she was underage at the time he agreed. At the same time, another creator named Tito was working with AJ, trying unsuccessfully to seduce Inquisitor. When that failed, they worked together to take messages out of context to make Inquisitor seem predatory. Then they proceeded to send these edited messages to a popular creator, Keegan's Mask, who believed them without getting Inquisitor's side of the story. In early October, Keegan shared the edited messages with her large following without proper context, sparking the rumors that Inquisitor had groomed a minor. This obviously piled on to his existing anxiety, and despite pleas that the allegations were false, the harassment persisted until it clearly became too much for Inquisitor to handle. During his October 9th livestream, it appears that Inquisitor took his own life, with the aftermath accidentally being broadcasted. This is a true tragedy that reveals the damage false accusations and reactionary mob mentality can do online, especially when influential creators share information without proper diligence. While the main perpetrators have apologized and been removed from TikTok, their actions can't be undone. The COD community has lost a passionate and promising creator. We need to seek truth and give folks the benefit of the doubt rather than destroy their lives over a rumor. You know, this also highlights the gaps in media literacy, fact-checking, and the dogpiling effect of rumors. Unfortunately, platforms like TikTok still require stronger safeguards and governance to protect both free speech and vulnerable users. Most of all, though, I wanted to say our hearts go out to the loved ones of Vincent. He's a talent gone too soon from cruelty. Let's honor his memory by learning from this pain to build social media that brings out shared humanity, not the worst of mob mentality. May he rest in peace.
The Tohono O'odham Nation in southern Arizona is protesting the U.S. Attorney's Office's decision not to prosecute Border Patrol agents who fatally shot Raymond Mattia, a 58-year-old member of the tribe. The incident occurred after tribal police summoned the agents. Body camera footage revealed that the agents were concerned Mattia might have been carrying a handgun, but no firearm was found at the scene. The tribe's executive office has called this decision a, quote, travesty of justice.
So here we are again, talking about another questionable police shooting in the good old US of A. This time it's the case of Raymond Mattia, who was shot and killed on the night of May 18th just outside a home near the US-Mexico border. The Border Patrol agents were called in by for the sake of not butchering it, we're just gonna go with the Tohono Nation Police Department, after reports of shots were fired in the area. Now, the body cam footage shows Mattia throwing a sheathed machete towards the officers before he was shot. After he was on the ground, an agent said he still had a gun in his hand. But, and this may come as a surprise, no gun was actually found on Mattia.
Oh my god, no way!
Now, the U.S. Attorney's Office met with his family members and their attorneys to explain the decision not to press charges against the agents. They said that the use of deadly force does not rise to the level of a federal criminal civil rights violation or a criminal violation. I don't know about you, but it sounds like the same old story we've heard too many times now. A questionable police shooting, the lack of transparency about the investigation, a decision to not prosecute, oh, and then a statement that it was somehow justified. So, where's the accountability here? Telling the family we hear your frustrations is nowhere near enough. There needs to be clear facts and evidence that the shooting was absolutely necessary and reasonable given the circumstances. Because right now it sure doesn't seem that way. Standing by a conclusion is easy when you're the one who made it. But that doesn't mean the public should just accept it without question. This type of decision-making process needs more transparency if there's any hope of maintaining trust in the system. Clearly, body cameras are not going to solve the issue, so there needs to be a genuine willingness to scrutinize police actions and hold wrongdoers accountable, no matter who they are. Sweeping questionable incidents under the rug over and over will only continue to erode the faith in law enforcement and the justice system as a whole. The Tohono Nation is right to consider requesting congressional inquiries into the shooting. There are simply too many unanswered questions here, and it's high time we get some real accountability instead of just the usual deflections. Only then can the public feel that this justice is truly being served.
Can I just stop you right there for a second? When people do this, I don't really know what that means.
The U.S. House of Representatives is still in a leadership crisis. Representative Patrick McHenry remains the interim speaker, but the debate over his role is heating up. New developments suggest that House Republicans are divided over their nominee, Jim Jordan.
Okay, so the battle for the Speaker of the House is shaping up to be a hot mess. Jim Jordan thinks he's got this thing locked down with the floor vote on Tuesday. Or tomorrow. I record this on Mondays, not Sunday. What are you guys talking about? But plot twist, there's a gang of Republicans ready to stage a mutiny. Oh my god, shocker! The boot's on the other foot, oh no!
You didn't see that coming?
Sources say there's around 40 no votes against making Jordan Speaker. One bigwig Republican claims he's personally talked to about 20 members willing to go full Braveheart on the floor to block Jordan's power grab. It's like a game of Red Rover, except nobody wants Jim to come over. Awkward. But, hold up. Jordan's not sweating it. He's convinced by Tuesday night that gavel will be his. Order, please. Order! Does the House Speaker say order? I should know these things. So, the confidence is admirable, but someone should tell him that even cats fall off a fence if they get too cocky. One wrong move, and it's Faceplant City, baby! Damn it! Like that. Anyways, part of Jordan's trouble is certain Republicans are still salty about Kevin McCarthy's embarrassing exit and Steve Scalise swallowing his dreams and stepping out of the race. They aren't down with rewarding those kind of shenanigans by making Jordan speaker. You don't give a screaming kid candy, it teaches them to keep screaming. I mean, you have people like Representative Dan Crenshaw calling Jordan's public pressure campaign the, quote, dumbest thing you can do. When your own team is calling your plays dumb, you may want to get back to the drawing board, sir. Now, the math is tricky here. To win, Jordan can only afford to lose 4 Republican votes if the Dems unite behind a candidate like Joaquin Jeffries. It's a high-stake game of musical chairs, and everyone sat down with music stopped. Awkward again. Look, let's be real. The Republicans' option for speakers have been mediocre at best. Jordan, who may be too divisive even for his own divided party. Scalise, who's got a better chance of being picked first for dodgeball, even though we all know he can't dodge.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. What?
This particular level of disunity would be sad if it wasn't our government. So, and I don't want to just pick on the GOP here. This failure to lead is an American problem. When the party with the most seats can't get into formation, how exactly are we supposed to expect them to run the country? It's like trusting a toddler to solve a Rubik's Cube. It's not gonna happen. Actually, if we found this kid, maybe we should put him in charge of the house. Smarter than anyone there right now. Sorry, I had to get that one out of my system. But here's the good news. Maybe this rock bottom moment can actually bring change. On the Democrat side, Jeffries is already talking bipartisanship. I mean, when your house is burning, you don't argue about who left the stove on. You grab the fucking hose. This could be a chance for both sides to refocus on what matters. You know, serving the public together. I mean, probably not, but it could happen. So what do y'all think? Will this circus lead to cooperation or just more political theater? Sound off in the comments. And that is where we're gonna call it for now. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, I just want to say thanks for your support. We're almost halfway to partner now, so every minute and sub counts. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for me. I'd really appreciate it. So from me to you, stay weird, stay safe, and I will see you on Wednesday.